Let's talk about South of Midnight, shall we? South of Midnight, built upon Compulsion Games, that's the studio, previous accessibility experience, taking it further through extensive work with disabled players to identify new possibilities and set ambitious targets. A flagship guiding strand feature provides a line to objectives, configurable in length, display, time, camera shift the path, and audio beacons with volume and pitch options. Alongside, the game supports informative haptic and audio cues, menu narration, and menu text and HUD scaling to larger sizes, increasing accessibility, particularly for the players with low vision. Motor disability is also extensively considered, with options for faster holds, glide hold toggle, and auto target lock on with adjustable sensitivity. There are skip features for all combat, chase sequences, and bosses, which is also supported by fine-grained difficulty settings that go all the way up to invincibility. The game also includes configurable subtitles with direction arrow and captions for sounds, replayable cinematics, a toggle to remove the stop motion effect, and more, all allowing more players to experience the world and narrative that Compulsion crafted in a meaningful and independent way. So what did South of Midnight do that was innovative for accessibility? Well, one they mentioned is the guided strand feature. It is basically a sort of a highlighted golden or highlighted silver path to be able to go to where you need to go. There is audio cues to be able to even direct you as to where to go. It's not perfect, but because it does make it difficult for at least totally blind players to be able to know verticality when it comes to the platforming aspects of the game, but it is something that is not often done in a lot of games in this particular setting. But I think the thing that makes it stand out the most is that ability to be able to skip combat, skip chase sequences, and skip boss battles. Now, here's the thing. You may say to yourself, but doesn't that sort of take away the impact of the game? Doesn't that take away the actual gameplay in and of itself? And I would say, no, it does not. If the player wants to be able to experience the story of the game and just enjoys the platforming and doesn't like the combat, you can skip all of that altogether and just enjoy the part of the game that you enjoy, the parts of the game that you enjoy. If you like the combat, but you're not necessarily super great at it, or your disability gets in the way and then combat can be frustrating, you can be able to try it and then be able to skip the combat if needed. Whenever there's chase sequences, there's several chase sequences in the game, and that can be nerve-wracking. That can be a little bit too overstimulating for someone with cognitive disabilities. So having the ability to turn that off is a great option, but also still allow you to be able to try it. And if you are still having trouble with it, there is a button to be able to skip that altogether. Same with boss battles too. Allows you to be able to customize it in every way, shape, or form. You can keep it off and play the game as intended, or you can be able to just try it out. And if you're having trouble, you can skip right through it, or you can just skip it all together and just enjoy the story and the platforming that is presented, including the music, which I do think actually was kind of robbed for best score, best music, but I understand. And so I will say that I think that those in and of itself is something that hasn't been done in games before, or at least a lot of developers would be afraid to sort of include that into the game because they think that it would be cheating the player out of a gameplay experience that they want. But I think Compulsion Games, what they did that was awesome was that they recognized not all players are going to want to be able to play this in that way. Also, even for kids, if they just don't like being able to play those combat chase sequences or bosses, and they just want to be able to play around it with the platforming and just enjoy the story, you can be able to do that too. Now, I'm not saying this is the best game for kids, but I think you get the idea. So all in all, that is what accessibility South of Midnight provides, and is reason why that game is nominated for the Innovation Accessibility Award.